recording. Alright everybody, welcome to another episode of Why We Hunt. Trying to figure out why people are compelled to hunt achievements, trophies, Pokemons, mobile game shenanigans, and their Dragalia Lost games and whatnot. Today we got a payday expert and trophy hunter in RobThanatos. You want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi, my name is RobThanatos, and I'm on PSN as Natro93. I'm a gamer from Melbourne, Australia. That's that for an introduction.
That's quite alright. Good enough. And so, what got you into gaming? I guess we should probably start with that. Like, what systems did you start on, and things like that?
The first system I played on was the NES, but I also had an Atari 2600 as a kid. And those were my first two consoles, essentially, but the NES was mine, the 2600 was my parents'.
Yeah, so you had some of the original stuff.
Oh, yeah. I had one of those cartridges with like a bunch of ROMs on them, so I pretty much had most of the NES library, as well as some ROM hacks and stuff.
Do you remember the first game you ever played?
The earliest games I remember is, I think it's called Elevator Action, Super Mario Brothers, and there's a spaceship game, I can't remember what it's called.
Asteroids?
Nah. It's like a side-scrolling space game, I can't recall though.
Oh, okay. Alright, so, where'd you start progressing from there? And what?
Well, I naturally, from the NES, went to the SNES. My dad bought me all my consoles. And then my 6th birthday, I got a PS1. So that was my first PlayStation console.
Oh, you were gaming?
I got on that was Spyro.
You were gaming before you were 6? Wow.
Yeah, I got the NES when I was, I think, 3.
Whoa.
Or, I'm not even sure, really. But I'm not sure if the PS1 was out at the time. When did the PS1 come out again?
I don't remember. I never owned one.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah, you might be...
I know on my 6th birthday I got the PS1 though.
You might be the youngest person, or the youngest start-off gamer I've talked to, or know about.
Yeah, I've been gaming my whole life, basically. My dad kind of put me into it. He would play games with me. My mum would play games with me as well. We'd play like 2-player tennis and stuff on the NES.
That's cool.
And then from the PS1, I had the... I also had the... let's see. I got the PS2. I got the Xbox original, the 360, the PS3. I had a Wii. Did I have any other Nintendos? I think I skipped over the GameCube, honestly. But after PS3, I didn't get any more Xboxes after 360. So I just got the PS4 and the Vita and the PSP. So mostly on the PlayStation side.
Yeah, I kind of figured. A lot of the people I chat with are primarily lean towards PlayStation. Because that's kind of the side that I know the best at this point.
And over all my years, I've always had computer games as well. So I had DOS games when I was a kid. Don't have DOS games anymore, but we got better games now.
Yeah, we do. So what, genres of games do you typically like? Or did that progress over the years, too?
Well, back then, most games were just platformers.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really into platformers. So I think the NES is most of that. The PS1 had a lot of platformers that were really good. So I think the platformers and hack and slash games I really like, too. Any games that are like Twitch gameplay where you press an action, he does it, like God of War, you do combos and stuff, everything's like very quick, very precise. I like tight platforming and tight controls.
Yeah, I'm a platform fan as well. Also, too, probably because I grew up on the SNES and all that stuff. One of my favorite genres. So what got you? Well, being with trophy or PlayStations, pretty much your entire life too. It sounds like. I'm guessing you got into trophies right when they came out.
Yeah, so I was doing achievements on the Xbox before trophies were a thing, but I mainly just like completing games. So like on the PS2 and stuff, PS1, I would always try to get everything that's in the game because I didn't feel like I really completed the game unless that save file said 102% or whatever.
Yeah, same here. So I mean, you were a completionist before trophies even came about. So
Yeah, it wasn't a big thing in the NES era, but when PS1 came around, it was pretty common for games to have like a percentage completion.
yeah, and like lots of collectibles and all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, so I guess it was just kind of natural when you saw those to try to complete them all.
Yeah, it just felt like part of the game, and a lot of the time they have interesting challenges, but other times they're just really annoying and stupid. And honestly, a lot of them shouldn't even be trophies because I feel like they should be rewarding you for something you've worked hard to do or something, not just launching a game. Like a lot of games these days where you launch a game and you just get given a trophy.
Yeah.
You're getting rewarded for buying a game essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll get into that a little bit more later, but so it sounds like your gaming style didn't really change too much pre-trophies to post-trophies. You were still trying to just complete everything. I mean,
It's probably influenced me what I buy a lot though.
how so?
Like a lot of like my collection is mainly PlayStation games these days, whereas my collection was more varied between Xbox and PlayStation before that, as well as some Nintendo.
So you think that's based on trying to get your plat count and your trophy count up, or do you think
Yeah,
that?
so if a game comes out, I'll get it for the PS4, rather than on Steam or whatever.
So the like your plat count and stuff that matters to you. It's not just I want to try to get the platinum so I feel like I can move on.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get into the side of plats becoming a lot quicker. I mean, you're kind of mentioning that before, but so from what I know, now you don't play all these 5-minute platinum games.
Yeah, not typically.
But you used to, or
Yeah, I used to do quite a lot of VNs, a lot of visual novels. There weren't too many short games other than like you get these Pixar games that are 2 hours long, and some DreamWorks games.
yeah, they were.
So mostly the VNs were the ones you would get quick plats on.
Yeah.
So I used to share a lot of VN games with a group of friends. So we'd all like pretty much share games, get the plats on them, that kind of thing.
Yeah, back in the day, I mean, the VNs were the quick route, and now it's you don't even need VNs. Now it's just buy this game 5 times or whatever, and 5 minutes later you got a plat, and so you don't do any of that
I think
stuff.
that's with the whole indie scene being able to publish whatever they want essentially on the PS4.
I think it's I think the quality control of what gets a trophy list or a plat and things like that has gone quite down.
Indie games were more scarce on the PS3. Once the Vita came around, I think Sony really changed things, and now their publishing costs are down, so a lot more people can get into it. You see a lot more small studios releasing games that don't sell much, but they're still making games for it.
Well, they sell a lot when there's a 5-minute plat attached to it.
Oh yeah.
And the game's $1. Not that I'm hinting at anything here, but okay, so it sounds like trophies do tie you to PlayStation. What about?
Yeah, and they still do.
Yeah. What about leaderboards and stuff? Were you ever into that scene?
honestly never paid too much attention to leaderboards, although I did check them every now and then when I was doing a lot of like cheap games. At one point, I did get number 1 in my country.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
So that was, when was that? Maybe 2016. I was number 1 in Australia, and I think 2018 is where I kind of dropped off doing these cheap games.
Yeah, then you're probably
so from 2018, I kind of dropped on the leaderboards, and now what am I now, 17 in Australia, maybe?
Yeah, you're probably overtaken pretty quick, is my guess.
Yeah, it wasn't too long after I stopped that people started gaining.
Yeah, because then that's when we were getting 8 times.
I think it did take quite a few months, though. It took like 6 months, maybe. I did have quite a big lead.
Yeah, but we were getting like 8 times stacks of these half-hour flats. And
these days, people climb quick. I think the guy who... I remember checking one guy who was going above me. I think the day he overtook me, he went like 3 levels above me. It was crazy.
Yeah, you can easily get 20-some blasts in a day. It's just not easy. It's easy at this point. So, how about using guides and things when you, do you approach games differently if you know that there's going to be missables and whatnot, or do you play the game the first time without a guide? How do you...
Yeah, I'm not huge on completion rate. What I'll do is I'll get a game that I want to play, and I'll check the guide to see, if there's missables. If there's no missables, I don't care. I'll just play the game. I won't look at the guide for anything. I won't look at the roadmap or anything. If there's missables, I'll just maybe check what those are. Usually, games will have set out like what your playthrough should be, like Resident Evil, where you have to be like, all right, this run has to be like a knife run, only run, or whatever. But usually, I don't worry too much about it. As far as the easy games go, it's usually I'll get them if people say, "Oh, this is a quick game." It's not because I'm looking at guides to see which ones are the quick ones. So the guides usually don't influence me at all.
Okay. And then in terms of, I guess, when you stopped playing sorry, I'm kind of backtracking here, but when you stopped playing all those easy games, what was the reason for it? It was just becoming a chore to you? It was just unfun? Were you seeing that trophies were just getting easier and easier? Do you remember why you kind of stopped that? Like being number 1 in the country.
Part of it is the time. Like I don't have as much time as I used to have. I think I was getting trophies the fastest in 2013 and stuff when I was still in school. Now I'm working and stuff, and I also stream now, so there's not much time I have to dedicate to these quick games.
Yeah, same here. Streaming and work.
So it's mostly a time thing. I'm not sure if I would still, even if I didn't have work or anything, I'm not sure if I'd still be doing these easy games, because there's also the fact I want to play certain games that I don't get around to because I'm trying to like do some of these easy games.
Yeah.
To get some quick plats, quick 100%. These days, I'm just playing the games that interest me, pretty much.
Yeah, that's how I feel like it kind of should be. Okay. So, the other thing too is, one of the reasons I thought you'd be an interesting guest is you play a lot of Payday 2.
I do.
And so, in regards to that, I mean, you play a ton of it, so you have all the trophies and stuff. So what keeps you playing it past all the trophies?
It's one of those games that I just think are really fun to play, and I'll just keep playing it. It's just, I don't know what it is. There's just something about it that's really fun.
It's like...
I mean, you see people who just like League of Legends, and maybe to a lot of people it looks boring. I know to me it looks boring, but it's just one of those games where that person's just really addicted to it, I guess.
Is there? I mean, I'm not too familiar with it. Is there? I don't know, leaderboards in that, or additional things to always do.
Well, each heist is kind of, they have randomized objectives and stuff. So no, when you repeat a heist, it's never going to be the same. Essentially, there's guardrails that change as well if you're stealthing, whatever. Although it gets to a point where you've almost seen like all the outcomes there can be. But there's also the route where like this, you could go stealth, you could go loud. When you play with other people, it's more unpredictable, I guess. There's different builds you can make to make things more interesting. Like your build could be based on health regen, so the health regen could be based on how many cops you kill, or you could be like an armor build or whatever, or just one that dodges bullets. So there's a lot of different gameplay aspects to it, so you can play in a bunch of different varieties. I think it's really good for variety gameplay, I think.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like just unlimited possibilities of scenarios.
Yeah, it's a good game to like make a challenge build to try and challenge yourself, I think.
Yeah, so I guess that would be a thing too. Making your own challenges up and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have to keep entertaining themselves with the game through the builds. There's also a big modding scene. There's like hundreds of custom levels to play, and people are still making custom levels for the game. And content is still coming up for the game officially too. After 7 years, has it been? 2013 it came out.
Yeah, that's a long time of support. No plans for Payday 3?
Payday 3 is on the horizon. 2022-23 is the estimate.
So some next gen.
We're about 2 or 3 years off.
Well, compared to 7 years, that's getting close.
Yeah. So this is going to be like a 10-year development of Payday 2.
Okay. And that's primarily what you stream too. I mean, I know you stream like plats and things of decent games.
Yeah, I'll stream Payday every now and then. It's not like it's a game I stream the most for sure. But it's kind of like maybe once a week I'll stream it. Sometimes I'll skip a week, but I guess overall it's my most streamed game.
Okay. Man, now I lost my train of thought. We're gonna talk about oh, the other thing I noticed, you get I don't want to say sponsorships, maybe that is the word, but I've seen you been like shouted out and stuff on Twitter, and you got some codes for things payday wise.
So I'm a Overkill partner. There's 4 people in the partnership program for Overkill, and
only 4.
Essentially, wow. I will Payday partners get codes to give out to people. They get input on game content that's coming out, that kind of thing.
And do you think that kind of keeps you into the game too, like social media connections and community and stuff like that? Like if
it's pretty cool, not gonna lie.
But if you didn't have it, do you think you'd still be playing as much Payday 2 as you do?
I don't think I'd be playing any less.
Okay, because I think one of the things why people are hunting trophies and stuff like that. I guess same question regarding trophy hunting. Do you think that communities keep you into it?
For sure, yeah.
And like if
a lot of it is the people you meet. Like I know so many people from Payday now. I've been playing Payday since Payday 2 since it came out. I've only been a partner since last year. Well, actually, no. This year.
Yeah, I don't think it was that long ago. I never heard about it.
It wasn't that long ago. I was playing Payday for like 6 years before I became an Overkill partner.
Yeah, because I think that's one of the big things is if you're part of a community related to something, trophies, achievements, what have you, I think it does. I don't want to say compel you to keep with it, but it makes you not think about leaving it as much, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and you definitely meet a lot of people because it is an online game where you play with people and you're always meeting new people online. Same with trophy hunting, I guess. You always meet new trophy hunters because you got to do games together. You got to do co-op games. You got to do multiplayer games. So you're gonna make a lot of trophy hunter friends.
Yeah. Okay. So also, I've seen you've gotten invites to PlayStation events and things of that nature. Do you think that's because of your trophy count? Do you think that's, I mean, any reason for that? Do you like those? I mean, I'm sure you like them.
It's fun. I haven't been to many events at all, but it's fun. I definitely think PlayStation Australia has one of the better PlayStation studios. I'm not sure about any PlayStation parties outside of Australia, but PlayStation Australia has a lot of parties. They do physical trophies they give out to people who gain trophies. Like they'll say, all right, this year we're giving away 5 or 6 platinum trophies physically to people who platinum, the first Australian to platinum Monster Hunter World or Far Cry 5.
Oh,
I don't think that they do that anywhere else.
yeah, so there is a lot more support there. Yeah, they don't do that in America, for sure. America's scene is, I think American trophy scene, out of the big ones, probably one of the lowest. I feel like there's a lot more people that hunt trophies in Europe and Australia.
Yeah, or maybe I'm just not hearing about the PlayStation America studio. I'm not sure what they do in Japan. They could be doing more in Japan, for all I know. But I definitely don't hear much about it.
I think Japan's a little more switch overrun at this point. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Also, because it would be news that I couldn't hear and understand or read and understand. So
Yeah, there's a language barrier, so there's not a lot of crossover between these communities. Like, I don't know a lot of Japanese trophy hunters myself.
yeah,
A lot of the ones I do know don't speak English very well.
yeah, same here. But yeah, who knows? I mean, yeah, I guess it sounds like depending on where you live too, trophies kind of have a different meaning potentially as well. That's interesting too. I find that interesting.
Well, also, wait, there was that one thing where Americans actually earned money, right? By
Yeah,
earning trophies.
we
That
did.
didn't happen anywhere but America.
Yeah, but it was a lot of non-Americans signing up for the thing. From what I gathered, they were trying to make.
They would have had to lie about their address to do that.
Yeah, but I heard people do it. It was against the rules, but
But also, whenever people randomly got given like $10 on their account from Sony, it's usually only in America, from as far as I know. I've never gotten like a free $10 owed from PSN one day.
I don't think I have. I've never gotten that. I know there was a issue of like if you bought one of the first Vitas or something, you got.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the drawer is, but I think it's usually US only. As far as I've gotten from Sony, it's usually game codes.
I don't get anything from Sony directly, so.
I think it's usually just random though.
Is it like actual
You just get lucky.
good games, or is it like 5-minute indie plats?
No, I mean, like, I got like Motorstorm and stuff, I remember.
Oh, that's decent. You don't have to like sign up or anything. They just randomly give it to PSNs.
Yeah, I don't know how it works sometimes. It's kind of weird because I remember when they did Bloodborne, they gave a bunch of random plat achievers codes for like Bloodborne theme. I never got one. I platinumed it. What was mine?
Oh, we're talking
It's
like
usually pretty random.
we're talking like themes and stuff, not the actual game.
I'm just saying crates in general, so
Okay.
you would get like, a wallet game or theme.
Yeah, that's definitely more support than in the American scene.
Yeah, I see it more on the American side.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know that they just randomly handed out. I was thinking because if you just randomly got given games, like if they just did a roulette of all the PSN IDs from Australia, you're gonna have these ones that are just dummy accounts or whatever, and no one's gonna use it.
Yeah, and I think some of them are to do with being PS Plus, honestly. Like, I think when I got Redstone for free, I think that was PS Plus.
That makes
And the
sense.
thing is, I think Redstone was already on PS Plus, so I gave the credit to someone else. Like, it was an early PS Plus title, and 2 years later they gave it out to random people.
Yeah, it makes sense if they would do it randomly based on PS Plus, because you're not gonna buy that on some account where no one really cares about, or some like
Yeah,
5-year-old
they want to
kid.
get actual customers.
Yeah, some 5-year-old kid.
I think
or
that's the
something.
same thing with the $10 codes they give out. You have to spend maybe a certain amount on the store because they want to incentivize existing customers.
Oh,
I'm sure they didn't give out any $10 codes to like blank accounts who have never bought a game.
Oh, you mean in general, not like a sale? Because I know there's been sales where it's spend $100, get a $10 code.
Oh, did they actually do that? I didn't know about that.
It hasn't been done for a while, but they used to.
Mm.
They used to do better stuff, honestly. They used to have a better PS Plus. How is the PS Plus in Australia? I'm guessing it's the same as you get
It's
2
usually
games?
the same as well, I guess because we get the same games as Europe, so sometimes there is a little difference. But these days, I think it's all been the same.
But it switched
I think it was
over to
mostly-
you get like 2 PS4 games now model.
Yeah, they're not releasing PS3 games, I guess, anymore. It'll still be nice to get some Vita games.
Well, we used to get like 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Then
We got 2 PS3, 2 Vita, 2 PS4, and sometimes we get like a 7th game
yeah, like
on
some
occasion.
strange one that you needed like your
Like
phone
That's You or something.
Yeah, something you needed your phone for that they're trying to
Yeah.
promote. That kind
And then
of
they started doing VR games as well, so that's alright. Have they stopped that?
I think they stopped that.
Yeah, they didn't do many of those.
There's like a couple months, and then they're probably like, oh, almost no one downloaded this.
I think there was only 3, yeah. I'm not sure. I only remember 3 VR games. And they usually lasted 2 months, right?
Yeah, those special ones lasted a little bit longer. Same with the phone ones. I think some of the phone ones were like, I think That's You was available
Yeah.
for like 4 months.
Yeah, that's weird. Some special deals, I guess.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to promote their new idea, honestly. Or
I'll be interested to see what happens to the PS5 as far as PS Plus goes. Are we actually going to get 2 PS5 games at launch? They said we're going to get a bunch of PS4 games at launch.
Yeah, we're gonna get that giant catalog of PS4 games. I'm guessing
So maybe they'll just skip it for now.
that, or they'll give us like one game that's not a blockbuster game. They'll give us like
I could see them doing one game at first.
I could see them giving us Sackboy Adventure. Honestly,
Oh yeah,
that would be my call.
they could do that.
Like month 1 Sackboy Adventure, or whatever that game's called. But
Yeah, just some first party title.
yeah, that's not like Ratchet and Clank or something.
Yeah, I could see them doing that.
Okay. Are you getting a PS5 right away?
I haven't pre-ordered it. I'm not sure if they're going to restock.
I heard even if you got a...
If it releases and they're available, I might just buy it, but I'm not really going out my way to get it. Because I want to play Demon's Souls, I do want to play the new Ratchet, and there's some other games I want to play. God of War 2 will come out eventually. There's a few reasons I want to get the PS5.
Yeah, but it's not like oh man, I gotta struggle to try to get this. I'll
No.
even buy it
It
for
won't.
$50 more from a
It's
scalper.
almost a must buy from Demon's Souls alone, but I'm not in a super hurry to go get it.
Yeah, because you could just play Payday 2 for till you wait. Bide your time. Right?
If God of War 2 comes out, though, I have to get it. I can't sleep on that.
Yeah, I don't think that's coming. My estimate is that's not coming until 2022.
That's it's probably 2 years down the road.
Yeah, I mean, I think they said 2021, but I expect delays. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
And if it comes out 2021, it's gonna be like late November. So
it's usually around March they release God of War games. So my guess would be March 13 or whatever, 2022.
I think that would be a good estimate. Yeah, because even if
we'll see how this COVID thing goes. Because if it doesn't end anytime soon, everything's getting delayed.
Oh, everything's always getting... Yeah, it's crazy.
Because everything's getting pushed back.
In the entire world, not just the video games, everything. Alright. Let's see, what else? I know there's... As always, I know there's big subjects to talk about that I'm leaving out here. I should really write these down someday. But, okay. I don't know.
Let's talk about controversies in the trophy hunting community.
If you want to. What do you want to talk about?
I don't want to name names.
Oh, alright. Yeah, there's a lot of controversies in the trophy hunting community. But I mean,
it's probably best not to get into it, honestly.
Yeah, probably right. Sorry, everybody. I know you guys like drama, but yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave names out, and stuff like that. Probably just better to not talk about the subject. So, how about if trophies just completely went away? Would you feel at a loss, like you lost all of your trophy stuff? Like you wasted a bunch of years of your life?
Like they deleted the whole system, all of them are gone?
Yeah, that, or you just decided to step away. Would you feel like you wasted a lot of time?
Honestly, I'm not sure if I'd care that much. I don't think so.
So you wouldn't regret playing all those visual novels and all that?
I don't think I'd really care. I'm not sure why, but I think I'm happy I still played them. I played all the games that I did. There's a lot of games I played that I never expected to play. And I'm also a physical collector, so collecting all these games is, if they go away tomorrow, the trophies, I still have the physical collection with all the history there.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
I'm not too attached to the trophy count itself.
Yeah, history and memories is one of the things I have trouble walking away from. And also,
I mean, back in PS2 days, I would 100% a game, and then I'd delete the file and do it again. Like, the history's gone, I'd delete the file to redo the game.
Yeah. But there's also not like a global system thing on your profile either.
No.
And then, in regards to that, yeah, I mean, one of the, reasons I would have, I mean, I've been contemplating stepping away from trophies and trash and whatnot for a while, but it's just like all the memories and stuff. Do you I don't know. I'm guessing looking at your plat count and stuff doesn't bring back memories directly, but
it's a nice history to have them. You can see all the games you played.
Oh, do you ever go back and look through it?
Sometimes I'll scroll through it.
It's like a photo album.
Yeah. Like, I'll scroll down to a game and I can still remember, like, what I was doing at the time, kind of.
Yeah, same here. My life situation and all that. Just good memories.
Go back to 2013 or whatever when you were just playing nothing but games all day,
Yeah,
not doing your homework.
college kid, homework, video games. Oh man, that was the life. Those were the days. Do you have any goals trophy wise? Is that like, oh, I want to get eventually to level 100? You're almost there. You're 95.
I'll get there one day, but I'm not really concerned with my level or anything. Usually, if I get a game and I like it, I'll collect all the trophies, regardless of anything else.
But you'll still play the game even if it has a terrible trophy list. It won't deter. You said it deters you from.
Yeah.
Or
So yeah, if I don't like the game, I won't play it. So I've left games at like 12% or whatever.
well,
But if I like the game enough, I'll complete it. I'll get all the trophies in it.
okay. So yeah, you don't say, "Oh, this platinum is a 10 out of 10 difficulty, 700 hours." I'm not putting that on my main account.
I mean, I've done plenty of 10 out of 10s, so I think because I got a really high ultra rare count, I think, compared to a lot of people, and I think that's because I don't really worry about the difficulty. I think a lot of people are deterred from certain games just because it's a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 without really trying and seeing if they can actually do it. Because often I do like the challenge, and I'll get games that I think would be fun and challenging.
A lot of times I think they move on, just play the game on the easy mode and get whatever trophies they want in it if they're not a completionist.
If a game's too easy, I don't feel as engaged as when I'm challenged. So I do prefer harder games overall. I mean, some of my favorite games are like Ninja Gaiden and stuff. When I did God of War on PS4, I don't know if I saw any trophy hunters say they did give me God of War and God of War when they did the platinum. But I know I did.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to. Same with all the other God of Wars I played on the hardest.
Yeah, I think one of the things trophies did to me, at least spamming, like I was getting into this mode of trying to get all the plats really quick, so it kind of got me to just play everything on the easiest difficulty and all that.
And I see that a lot. I know, like one case I think that screwed over a lot of people is Dante's Inferno because you could play it on easy, but you needed to get used to the hardest difficulty for the trials.
Yeah, I remember those
because
trials.
they don't have difficulty selections in the trials. When I went into it, I think I picked the second hardest difficulty for Dante's Inferno, and by the time I got to the trials, I actually thought the trials was way easier than the campaign. And usually, the trials is what people get stuck on.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have just started taking the easy way out as well. Oh, you can play on easy? Alright, let's just play it on easy. And then a lot of the games on easy are just button mashing. Like mindless button mashing. You don't have to learn any of the combat systems or anything like that. You don't actually have to practice and get good.
One of my least favorite games so far this year has been Ghost of Tsushima, because even on the hard difficulty, the game is like nothing. It's like, cool, I'm in a sword fight, I kill these guys. There's no real challenge to it.
Yeah, I think games in general have just gotten easier. I mean, do you agree with that? Just trophy wise.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot that's really challenging, unless it's like Borderlands where they just up the bullet sponge, whatever. I want another Ninja Gaiden game. I want another Sekiro. Sekiro was really fun.
Yeah, there's a few that they do that do have hard trophy lists, but I think just in general, a lot of even big AAA
they're still
games.
out there. Doom Eternal on the hardest. That's really hard. I didn't do it on the hardest. Especially on a controller, it's really hard to do Doom Eternal on the hardest.
I think there's just not as many hard ones as there used to be, though. But all right, well, I don't know. Do you got anything else to add or? you want to talk about? You want to talk about your Twitch? Promote your Twitch a little
Twitch. What's to say other than what I stream?
Yeah, if you don't want to say too, if there's not too much else
well,
to say.
for those who are interested, my Twitch is RobThanatos. That's RobThanatos. I mostly stream trophy hunting, some Payday, some Among Us currently, because that's the game this month, I guess.
Alright, yeah, I'll leave whatever links you want in the description. And then I'll leave my links in the description as well. So, I guess we could try to summarize reasons why you trophy hunt. Did you, does this conversation spark any reasons why you feel you are tied to trophies and compelled to? And it sounds like you're not like super addicted to them like some people.
I think if trophies did go away, going back to that, I think I probably wouldn't get as much PS4 games and stuff. I lean more towards just playing them on my computer. So I think, that definitely ties me to it, that the fact that trophies are there. I'm going to opt to get a game on PS4 first, usually.
Yeah, I think that's it's a good I don't want to say marketing thing Sony has there, but it's a good clause that keep you into it, I guess. Reason to once you have a decently high trophy count.
I mean, it's the same reason I don't have an Xbox One or an Xbox. I'm not getting a Series X because I think all their games you can pretty much play on my computer. I'm not tied to their achievements, but maybe if I was like huge into Xbox achievements, maybe I would be getting a Series X. But because I can already play all their games, there's no real reason to.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap the episode up here. So with that being said, everybody have a good night, good morning, enjoy your games. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.